Hi, I'm Rawl Campbell Dunn, and today I want to talk to you about taking risks. Now, I don't mean the, adrenal junkie kind of taking risks. The risk I'm talking about are the ones that we take that get us out of our comfort zone and help us to do things that we would not otherwise do. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because most of my life I have not been a risk taker. I tend to play it safe. And so, because of that, I don't think I was living the life that I wanted to live and the quality of life that I wanted to live. And so, this process for me began when I read the book by Shonda Rhimes called Year of Yes. And if you don't know who Shonda Rhimes is, she is the writer of Grey's Anatomy. And actually, she's the writer of most of the shows that you see on the Thursday night lineup. And in her book, Year of Yes, she talks about how her sister Sandra had said to her, "You never say yes to anything." And when I heard that, that struck a chord with me because I never said yes to anything. If I was asked to a party, the answer was no. If I was asked to go to the movies, the answer was no. If I got invited anywhere or was asked to do anything, I would say no. And I did it because of fear, not understanding that fear isn't something that we should avoid, but it's something that we should embrace. And I was scared because I was afraid to fail, thinking that if I failed, it meant I was a failure. But that is not the case. So, after reading Year of Yes, several months later, it led me to a book that a counselor friend of mine gave me called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. And in John Maxwell's book, he says to fail early, fail often, and fail forward. And he teaches us that what we have been taught and trained about failure is actually the opposite. We were taught that failure is a bad thing, it's a negative thing, avoid it at all costs. Not understanding that failure can actually take us to our goal or the success that we are looking for. So, between Year of Yes and Failing Forward, I've decided to do things differently. I've decided to take those risks instead of playing it safe. And one of the ways that I did that was by joining a network marketing company that a good friend of mine had introduced to me. Now, if you've listened to any of my other videos, you know that I'm not a proponent of network marketing, but I'm a proponent of changing your life and making things better for yourself and taking those risks. So I thought, you know what? I like the product. I like how simple it is. So I think I'm going to give it a try. And so I did, and it's working out pretty well. Um, I like the people that are in the company, and I like the results that I'm getting from the product. And I also, too, like what the end goal is. And for me, the end goal is the time freedom that I will have. Um, so, if this sounds like you, if you're a person that doesn't like to take risks, um, or better, I'm going to put it this way. There's a movie by Tyler Perry called The Family That Prays. And in it, Kathy Bates' character asks Alfre Woodard's character, "Are you just living or are you surviving?" And I would choose to live instead of just survive. So if this sounds like you and if you can relate to my story, then click on the button and get started. I thank you for watching, and I thank you for listening.